but it can also give us the confidence to change the course of our lives. I'm William Shatner. Tonight on Rescue 911, true stories of heroes who offer hope and inspiration to us all. We begin on the last day of 1991 as night was falling, and the city of New Orleans and its police force were preparing for a wild New Year's Eve celebration. This story is not a recreation.
Okay, good evening. Let me tell you a little bit about New Year's Eve. It's important to the city that we as representatives of the city put our best foot forward and allow these people to have a good time. Many of the people you'll be dealing with will have been drinking. We all know what people's personalities are like when they're drinking. It oftentimes changes.
As the countdown to New Year's draws near, the crowd of partygoers on the streets of the city swells.
Now, what happened?
This is my first time ever in New Orleans. I wanted a hot dog with everything on it except the hot sauce. I'm not kidding you. And he put hot sauce all over it. I'm like, listen, we can't eat hot. I do not want it. So he puts it down. He's like, oh, and he grabs me, and then he grabs me, and then we get in this little thing. I'm walking by again. Hot dog guy hits me in the face as I'm walking by. I just don't understand why I got hit in the face by the hot dog guy, and nothing will happen.
11:45 p.m. Sergeant Marlon DeFilla was patrolling uptown New Orleans.
Okay, we have shots fired in the 2800 block of Washington.
We heard a police officer call for assistance, indicating that shots were fired, that they were being fired upon. You could hear in the tone of his voice that something very serious was happening.
Where's the victim of the robbery?
The guy just jumped out and waved a gun in my face first and said, give me what you got. Tanya was screaming.
At that point, we had two police officers working in private detail there. They witnessed the robbery in progress of the couple, and they intervened. The two suspects got into a Blazer and fled.
Yeah, shot the window out of my car.
How many people were shooting out of the Blazer?
Just one. As he passed us, when he saw the police in the car, he turned, shot at us, and blew out my passenger window. Perpetrators bailed out of the vehicle, and we pursued on foot. I couldn't keep up. I lost him.
Officers seal off the area.
I'm in the backyard, 1500 Washington, checking. He went over the fence, heading in the uptown direction to a backyard. See, he might have made out the block. After units extended perimeter. We got Britannia, Connolly, St. Charles, and Washington covered. I think he wants to cover it also all the way to 6th Street.
Do you have a physical description on the suspect?
6'1", about 180 pounds, black jeans, black Rangers jacket. That's all I can tell you.
Up here, right here.
St. Charles
St. Charles and what?
St. Charles is first unit, on your way.
Get my keys. Where's that thing? Where is he? Where's that?
Between 2nd and 1st? 10-4. Between 2nd and 1st, and he's definitely back there. He is definitely in the backyard. Where's my location?
He probably knows that neighborhood better than you, and you don't know what type of weapon this individual has. You may walk past him and he jump over a fence and shoot at you.
I think he's in here somewhere. So he may still be armed, so we just gonna be crazy tonight. Crazy all over. Has something for me?
K-9 Officer Harold Chambliss and his dog Max are brought in to help with the search.
As soon as those lights and siren goes on, he gets keyed up. He knows it's time to work. It's time to help Daddy find somebody. The dog works on hot scent. If you're hiding from the police, you can be scared. Your body will give off an odor. Max was giving me the signal that someone is either on the other side of his fence or someone on the other side of his house.
When we continue.
Someone's in the house?
First thing that's going through my mind, this guy would try to use these kids as hostages.
Got footprint.
While thousands of people partied on the streets of New Orleans waiting for the countdown to the new year, Police were combing an exclusive neighborhood for a suspect wanted in an armed robbery who had fled on foot after allegedly shooting at an officer.
At about that time, we see two young boys stick their head out of the window on the 3rd floor. We wanted to keep constant communication with them to make sure that the doors were locked to the rooms and just keep their head in the window.
To the right.
Their great aunt was also inside of the home, but she was on the 1st floor.
Max began to pull. This guy is very, very near.
Someone's in the house? That's what she's saying. How do I get in your house?
Somebody's right outside my door.
Can you open your window?
I can't. These are on electric things.
How do I get inside your house? Here we go! 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What happened? Where at? All right, stay down.
When the gunfire erupted, and that's when I took cover, I didn't know where it came from. I didn't know whether they were shooting at me.
He just kicked out the glass in the front right side of the house. He's in the house. All right, watch out. Watch out.
Sergeant Thomas Harrington is the first officer to enter the house.
This was a desperate person trying to get away from the police. There's not a whole bunch you can do to protect yourself against somebody like this. There's just not.
Draw! Draw!
Yeah.
Let me in that window.
He's right here. He's in here. He's in here. All right. Tell him to hold it outside.
Let me in that window right here. He's all right.
Go back in here. Go back in here. Got footprints all the way back here. What floor are these kids in?
We started a room-by-room search of the residence.
We don't know where he's at. Stay back. All right, watch the kids now.
First thing that's going through my mind, this guy would try to use these kids as hostages.
I got low, you got high. Take high, I'll take low.
LC, I gotta be your back, bro.
All right, hold up, freeze. Let me check. I don't know where we're at. Open door, hold on.
When this was happening, I thought about a wild animal in a cage. When a person is in that state of mind, he or she will do anything.
Stay here with this door. Okay. Okay, watch yourself. I'll take to the right. I'll take to the right. Just watch where you're going. Watch yourself back.
We saw a lot of blood. He had tried to kick out plate glass windows and apparently had cut himself pretty bad.
Let's get these kids out of here.
He was pulling so vigorously, decided to cut Max loose.
Free! Get it! Where the dog is?
Let's get the dog, man. We don't want to get bit up, right?
Dog hating on me, man.
Where's the basket? Let's get a car out front. Let's get him in right now.
We went straight up to the we followed the dog up to the 3rd floor. And fortunately, the door was locked, so he couldn't make it into the children, and we got him.
You okay?
Yeah.
The two young boys, Liam and Ronald, and their great aunt, Virginia, are unharmed.
Police told us to go, lock the door, and yell by the window, and just don't answer to anybody.
You knew we were out here and we were going to make sure you guys were safe, so...
We let nothing happen to you.
No, we wouldn't let anything happen to you.
Of course we were scared. Yeah, we were afraid. We thought they would come up, like, break the door down and hold us up.
I was just shocked that somebody had broken in this house. Sort of like a fortress right here.
Pushing on the door right here?
I mean, I had it locked. I always locked mine. And so I told them, no, I was not coming out, so I took out my electronic screen over there. I was very glad to see them. I'm glad it's all safe. Sound. Y'all did good upstairs,
I was very concerned that my children may have been harmed, so I was relieved. And I was concerned about my aunt, who lives on the first floor of the house. And I discovered that she was okay, and that's really all I cared about, was to make sure that everybody was all right.
I'm worried about you being safe.
You got the flu.
I'm glad y'all are safe.
You got the flu.
Y'all are safe. Y'all did a good job.
I think that the New Orleans, the police department, #1. I am so happy with those guys. I could cry. They did a great job, and they took care of my family. And I can't thank them enough, and it brings tears to my eyes because they did a good job.
It was a situation that could have turned into a tragedy, but all we have are broken windows. My hat goes off to every one of them.
The suspect pleaded guilty to armed robbery and was sentenced to prison. A second suspect was picked up the next day, pleaded not guilty, and is awaiting trial. Next.
So many people take advantage